right, we're here at OBS headquarters. We got Mark over here.
What's up?
Good friend of mine, and he's going to show us a couple trucks and a couple other old classics. Some of the best vehicles ever made he's got.
97 350 Power Stroke. This one I built 2 years ago now. So up here in New York, the trucks are all rotten and falling apart, so I rebuilt this one.
So what did this truck start its life out as?
This was a maroon F350 Power Stroke truck. I got this from a buddy of mine, Joe, and he bought it for it had a built transmission in it and transfer case, and then I bought the rest of it from him.
So this one here is a body swap then?
Yeah. Yep. Everything. I had the frame sandblasted, and I took it all apart, painted everything, put it all back together, and then rosewood 160 injectors, bellowed up pipes, deleted turbo pedestal. It's got a stocky 40D in it, and stainless steel brake lines. Any maintenance that needed, I put it with a couple of upgrades.
That's definitely the right time to do it.
Yeah, well, I had it all apart.
Oh yeah, I can see the bellowed up pipes back there.
New valve cover gaskets.
You didn't go with an Napa, did you?
No.
Good.
Motorcraft.
Looks good.
Mostly everything to put it back to, you know, a nice rust-free, clean, reliable truck.
Yeah.
And I threw my plow mount on it in case I need it. So hopefully I won't have to drive it in the salt.
Well, let's see if you get the other blue one over here done in time before it snows. Weather's already turning up here now.
That's my plan, at least. We'll see what happens.
I like that two-tone.
It's a sharp truck. It's got some sun fade because it's a southern body, but
Beats rust.
yeah,
I like it.
I forget what I did suspension wise. It's got all new leaves. Add a leaf in the front, 35s, stock Alcoas. It's tuned. It's turbo back exhaust too.
Nice.
So it's fun. It drives really good. I haven't drove it much with my new additions.
What's new here in the fleet?
The Cobra. I'll have to take you over there to look at it. That one I got in the other garage.
Nice.
And the Caddy. Rust-free Cadillac. Florida. I forget where it's from in Florida. Oh, and the dually.
Now this dually here is local, right? There goes some venison running around.
They're eating the apples.
It's almost dinner time.
From the pool company. I forget which one it was. But
this one's for sale, right?
Yep.
Nice.
It's about ready to go. So I saved it, plucked it. They were basically on the verge of junking it, so I saw it sitting there with flat tires and the windows were down, and I said I better stop in and at least plant the seed, and they ended up calling me a while after.
That's good. I hate to see them sit and rot away.
I honestly can't believe how nice it runs, and the body's basically rust-free.
It could use a headliner, but the base of it's there. Interior looks good. Carpet's mint.
It's a pretty clean truck. It's an old work truck.
Well, it's got power in the back,
Yep.
so that's a plus.
I
Nice.
was going to do 40, 20, 40 seats in the back too, but I think that's going to be the next owner's.
Let them do it.
Yeah, I got it to a point where...
That shit's good for an OBS.
Yeah, it runs and drives great.
Those aluminum? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not simulators, so that's sweet. Big old truck if anybody's looking for one.
I mean, considering the garbage around here,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't run it in the salt if I don't need it.
Looks pretty clean. All right, before Mark starts this, I just want to show.
You want to show me?
It's ice cold.
You show me?
Looking for 7 for it. The batteries are a little weak, it sounds like. It hasn't been started in a while. Showing 253. Definitely use a headliner. 45 degrees out right now. That's not bad for ice cold. It's a tight motor. For one visor on it, cab lights.
Hold the light.
Ready to go. I'd drive it. Well, what do we got here?
85 300D.
This old Benz will run on just about anything.
Yep. It runs good. I don't drive it much, but it's a runner. Usually these are shot too here.
Pretty clean.
Yeah.
I like the color.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the amber lights too.
I like those. The only thing I did was put the newer wheels on it.
Where are those off of?
I think they're somewhere around a 03 Mercedes. I think they're CLK wheels. I can't remember though, 100%.
It looks good.
That's a fun one.
So you got the plow truck.
Yep.
With the bed off over here.
Current project right now.
So this truck sees salt and everything every winter?
Everything. Me and Wolf and Richardson went down to PA and rescued this one about 8 or 9 years ago, I'd say. And I guess the story on it was sitting in a field for a couple years. The guy who owned it got arrested, and it sat and sat, and a young kid bought it. And a long story short, me, Wolf, and Richardson had to drive around to get the title notarized. So it had to go to his grandmother in a nursing home, get notarized there. Then we had to go to, or no, he had to get power of attorney. It was a of a day. I didn't think this was going to come through, but it did. I've had it ever since.
I had a 7.3 I bought off eBay 99, late 99 years ago. Had to go through that whole notary thing.
Yeah, that's a pain.
That was a pain. Plus, when I got down there, the 37s on it were smoked and there's no air filter. But I ran it for years and
yeah, why not?
beat the hell out of it. So these trucks are pretty rare as far as they're set up, being a regular cab, step side, short wheelbase, 4-wheel drive.
Right, 5.0.
5.0,
yeah.
Nice. So this is just basically a work truck.
That's what it is at this point. It's my plow truck.
It's a pretty clean work truck for the Northeast.
40-20-40 buckets I put in it. Lightning steering wheel. The Smurf headliner.
Looks good.
Yeah. It's still, I mean, I did blow the engine probably 4 years ago. Now it's got a 302 That was bored 30 over GT40P heads.
Looks like you got another one sitting over there too.
Yep, that one's from Florida. That one, the body's super nice on it.
So if the plow truck decides to rot out,
Yep,
that's going to be the next donor body.
it's going to be the reincarnated flare sight, I'm pretty sure.
So it's going to live on, same color and everything.
Everything the same. I think I might end up doing 3/4 ton or 1 ton axle on it.
Nice old Harley.
Yep.
Beautiful trucks. So what's up with this crew cab over here?
This is one of my favorites. I've had this one probably about 6 years, I think. And this one I did quite a bit of work to it.
So I see you got coils up there.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Let me get a flashlight out here too as well. So you got the coils, the radius arm swap. What axles is this out of here?
2010 F250.
Okay, and then you got the 08 to 10.
Yep.
Those are nice. Those are probably my favorite
Yeah.
that Ford offered. It definitely gets dark a little bit earlier up here.
Yeah, it sucks.
Most of these trucks are gone up here.
I think I got a good chunk of the clean ones here.
Yeah, I'd say so. Got the amps on it.
Yep.
Nice.
40/20 40s in the front and back. Suede headliner.
It's clean.
See my window?
That's awesome.
Bigfoot cruiser. Super Duty steering wheel. Climate control. Just nice and clean.
Is it a good driver?
It drives like brand new.
That's
I
awesome.
never did the injectors in this one though. It's on my list of things to do. Never upgraded them, but it tows fine and rides and drives fine. This thing was originally out of California.
Oh, it's a California truck?
Yeah. Now it sits most of the time, but that's alright.
It's clean. I like it. This is probably, over all the years I've known you, this is probably one of the favorite trucks of mine in your collection.
It used to be my favorite. Probably still is. It needs a little bit of TLC now.
So the OBS Ford's Crew Cab Short Bed was only offered in 250,
Yes. Yeah.
but it would have came with the not so desirable front axle.
Yeah, the TTB. Yeah.
Okay.
Which that's what this was.
Okay. So this thing probably rides a little bit stiffer than what it had, but it's probably way more durable.
I've never drove a crew cab short box with the TTB axle because this was lift. Well, this did have that axle, but it was lifted.
Oh, okay. So
It had a rough country lift kit on it.
okay.
So, and I put those 2-inch soft ride coils in it, so it drives like a caddy.
Well, if it had a rough country in it beforehand,
Yeah,
it was probably going to drive rough. And
it drives a lot nicer now. You know what the best part of that upgrade was? There's two things that I love, is the wheels and the brakes. This thing will stop anything now.
oh yeah, you've got the
Yep.
the new massive calipers on there.
And the back's disc now.
And you also don't have to run any wheel spacers to run that factory wheel. It lines up perfect.
Yeah.
Like it was made for this truck.
It doesn't look overkill.
Even on the rear, I mean, it's right where you want it.
Yeah, it looks good, just sharp enough.
Unless you're one of those young kids that has the wheels sticking out a foot and destroying your paint.
Not my taste. I like the big mud flaps too.
The best never rust.
Yep. And you get the discs in the back.
That's a nice upgrade. So, what company parts did you use to convert at least the front?
I used Complete Performance. Sold me the radius arm bracket. That was the only thing that I had to buy that I didn't modify or customize myself.
Okay. I love it. It looks great.
Thanks.
All right, we're gonna head inside out of the rain here.
So the best part about this truck is under here. I don't know if you can see it very good.
So it is your 5.8 351.
Yep. You know what I could do? I could probably back it up a foot into the light.
If you want to, yeah.
This one's usually a little cranky. And this is the best part.
5.8 with the Kenny Bell. I love the pinstriping on the valve covers.
I had my friend Paul stripe those before I put them on. I wanted to do something different. Do a little old school.
It's clean. Looks good.
Yeah.
It's real clean.
This one's been built for about 3 years now. I want to say 3 years. I don't think I have the trophy out here, but it did take first last year at Ford Nationals in the Lightning, first gen Lightning category.
I can see why. I mean, the attention to detail on this truck is just unreal.
This was frame off too.
Definitely love the pinstriping on it. What did you do with the wheels on it?
I stripped them, and my buddy Joe finished polishing them. So these are the original wheels to the truck, which nobody wants to do it because now we know that it is a pain in the ass to polish those. The coating took me several days to get off of it, and then once I did that, I brought them over to Joe, and they were textured. They weren't perfectly smooth aluminum.
Right.
So
Aircraft stripper?
it barely worked.
Really?
Barely worked. I couldn't even. I had to do it 5 times, and I still didn't get all of it off. So.
Well, they turned out really good.
Yeah.
Let's check out the interior in this. You know, I've sent you some Lightnings over the years I've looked at, and it's nice to see one done correctly.
I had to have one.
Oh, of course. OBS headquarters would not be complete without a Lightning. And they only made 2 generations because
Yeah, the new one is.
Yeah.
Which is not a Lightning.
The new one is
Communists.
they just stole the name. It's like back when they reintroduced Impala.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No, it's not. Same thing. I think they did. They did the Ford. Ford did the Lightning nameplate dirty.
Yeah, well, that's modern day Ford Motor Company for you.
Yeah.
These are the best ever made right here.
Yep. Paul outdid himself on this one. I like how he striped the door and stuff.
It really works well with a 90s truck. The colors on the black, but it's got that old school hot rod vibe to it. I mean, it flows good.
I think one of my when I was a kid, my favorite part about these was the seats. The Lightning script in them, and the speedometer went to 120. And only the Lightnings had the perforated leather seat or leather steering wheel. I just sent that radio out to a guy in Connecticut, and that's the original radio to the truck. And he added a Bluetooth module in it, so I don't have to run any aftermarket stereo in it, because I wanted to keep it
Clean and original looking. Yeah.
The only thing I modded is the suede headliner.
Looks good.
Yeah, I like the suede headliners.
Even got some pinstriping on the door jamb, on the door
he did
side.
a nice job. I just let him. I told him the colors, and I said, "Do whatever you want to do with it."
That's awesome.
And he went to town. That's him. He does all mine.
That's Paul.
Yep, Paul's Van Strauss. We got some good paperwork on this truck too.
I seen. Is this the window sticker over here, or is this?
Yep, I had it at Cars and Coffee, and I put those out for people to see. I got the bill of sale for it. I got a whole bunch of. I got most of everything.
Look at that, 22,000. You couldn't even buy that crappy rental car I just drove up here in for that.
I want to say I have the original bill of sale, and I want to say he traded in a Dodge truck for this, and I think
he won on that trade.
Yeah. And after they discounted it, I think he only paid. I think they discounted it to like 19,000 plus a couple for the Dodge.
So this is the truck I remember first being around, as well as the plow truck.
Yep.
Years ago, we used to cruise around a little bit here and there with Henry's Highboy, back when it was just a daily driver. And I watched this truck when it first showed up. Pretty much a bone stock.
Pretty much, yeah.
Survivor truck.
Yeah. Out of Washington State.
Clean.
Yep.
Their stuff is so dry up there.
That's the best place to get the stuff from.
That place and East Tennessee are the two best places out there to get stuff.
I'll give you that.
We've got some stuff from there.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna wait to show that. This truck, it's pinstriped up. Is this Paul as well? Looks like his work.
Yep, he's the only one that's been here.
Do you have the keys for this one with you?
It works without the key.
Oh, it does. Nice.
It may not go up because the batteries are low. You can put it down. See, it's up in the upper console.
Okay, so we've got this rocker switch right here.
Yep.
That is slick.
Yep. It's not going anywhere. I'll put some tenders back on it. And
so this truck, you did the same thing with the crew cab. You did the rear window, and you also did the climate control.
Yep.
That's a really clean feature. But this one, you did the newer steering wheel. So is this a Super Duty or Expedition steering wheel?
It's a Super Duty wheel, yeah.
Okay.
The crew cab has got the same wheel too. I actually just put this one in a couple months ago. It's a NOS wheel.
I was gonna say, it does look brand new.
Yeah, it's not. It's even got the original floor mats underneath, which I don't know if I've ever seen more than one truck with those. They're out there, but they're hard to find now where people don't discard them.
Is there anything special in the engine bay? I know you said you had injectors in
Yeah,
this.
I did Rosewoods in this too. 160/30. It's been so long since I've talked about this truck. I don't remember which tuning I put on it.
I remember seeing this truck inside at the shows.
Yeah, this was in Buffalo Motorama inside in the lobby actually for the show.
As soon as you walk through the doors, it was
Yeah.
right there. Super clean. Oh, see, you only have one battery hooked up right now.
Yeah, I stole the battery for, what did I do?
You've got that problem too?
Yeah, well, I let them all die, so that's why I stopped buying, and now I move them from car to car. Best sport bike in the world.
What is this, a Buell Blast?
This is the Firebolt XB 12R.
This bike's sweet.
So it's the 1200 Harley. American built sport bike. I changed the gauge cluster on that so it lights up with the American flag, and then it'll say Buell under it. You click the key on. Does it say? Can you see the Buell?
It's got the Buell right down here, but I don't know if it's lighting up.
It's not dark enough out. There's like a backlit Buell logo that shines through. It looks really cool. This one might be my favorite, I think, because I basically turned every nut and bolt on it. That might be my favorite.
Well, I know all the short bed regular cabs I've had, they're just a blast to drive. It's the same way with the old stuff, 60s, 70s, it really doesn't matter. You don't really have to work as hard.
No, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Not a big deal to change, take everything out and put it back. That one was, this truck was a fun one to build. I enjoyed building this truck.
So where did this truck here come out of?
Ohio.
Ohio?
Yep.
So you had your work cut out for you.
Yeah, it was rusty, but it turned out better than I even thought it would, but
looks great.
it went from a beater to now I try not to drive it anywhere terrible or it's a nice weather truck only.
No, you did a really good job. So you did all the work yourself on this truck with the exception of the paint.
Right.
But you did do all the finish on the paint, and then Paul did the stripes on it.
Yep. I did total assembly on it. The cab was completely stripped down. No windshield, no heater box, no glass, no doors, no hinges. There was not even one bolt left in that truck.
I remember one day I stopped over and this was hanging off of a tow truck.
Oh, that's when we pulled the cab.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't happy with the cab.
It's come a long way. So do you have any more plans for this truck, or are you happy where it's at right now?
I think I'm going to do the motor in the next couple of years.
Now, when you say do the motor, are you going to strip it down, rebuild it, or are you going to swap it?
No swap on this truck. I think I want to do a stroker.
Okay.
Keep the original motor. I want to do something fun, different than I've I want to do something that I haven't done.
So on a 302, you always hear a 347 stroke.
Yeah.
What is it on a
I think a
5.8?
351 would be a 4. I can't remember. I was just looking at them too a couple months ago. I think it was 411, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Plus charged.
Yeah, oh, definitely keeping the Kenny ball.
You're going to be working on a channel here now.
Yep.
In the future, getting a little bit more in depth on some of the things that you do to these old body styles.
Yep.
What's that channel going to be called?
I think I'm gonna keep. See, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm gonna do keeping it mostly OBS, but now since I do like to save Cadillacs and other, I like to save anything I can save from the junkyard. So Benzes, Cadillacs, and
All the good stuff.
only the good stuff. Yep. Whether it might
No
be
Teslas.
none of that garbage.
Sure.
No. Positive. I just sold a Harley Davidson that I saved that's been parked for years. That bike turned out really great. I ended up selling it to our buddies there, Wolf and Dave's coworker, and apparently the kid loves it. So
Nice.
Classic Harley.
Well, I mean, you got the trifecta there. You know, you get to save something, you're happy, they're happy.
Yeah, and it went to the right guy, I think so. He loves it.
Well, you seem to be a real good caretaker of these trucks here. I remember seeing just about every one of these before you put your hands on them. So they've come a long way, and I think you do great work. They look fantastic.
I like these. That's why I'm still gonna. They're getting harder to find now. You know how it is. Even most of them are destroyed. So
yeah, you figure most of these trucks are 25, 30 years old.
yeah,
Easy.
they're good. They're such good trucks, though. That's why I don't think I'll ever not have. I will never not have one.
Yeah.
Or 3 or 5 or.
So out of everything you've got here, majority of them were revivals.
Yeah, basically 9 out of 10 of them are.
Yeah. So once you do enough revivals and you just keep focused and keep plugging away with the hard work.
I think I want to show some of it too to whoever wants to see it. So
So it'll be louder with the smaller.